Hi, I'm Brent, and thank you for taking a brief product tour with me here of Mastiff software. This is a go-to-market optimization platform that's designed to quantify the unit economics of various sales scenarios and account attributes. Our mission is to help sales leaders boost the sales productivity of their teams by 20% or more by better focusing them on the scenarios where they get a better return on their time. So we'll walk you through a couple of quick scenarios here. What we're doing is taking data from your CRM system and enriching it and then performing calculations to measure the productivity and efficiency of various sales scenarios. So in this first example, many of our clients like to start by looking at their efficiency by employee size segment. These can be modified to their segment definitions. But as you can see here, we're taking a look at their historical number of opportunities worked, the win rate, number of wins, the average sales price on the wins, and the sales cycle length, and finally the actual dollars won. Then to the right side is a projection going forward of what their efficiency would look like, assuming this number of opportunities that an AE can work at any given time. And we're able to provide insights on what data should be entered here, but it's also very useful for what if scenarios and planning going forward. So many times we'll see something like this. This business is performing well overall, just over 100%, but there are some segments where they're performing significantly better or worse than that average. So again, this is just by employee size segment. We have more than 20 out-of-the-box variables. A second point that people often go with is the industry. And so we enrich the data, if it's not already provided in the CRM data, to look at what is the sales efficiency for each of these industries. We can stack rank it based on the number of opportunities worked, which is a good proxy for the amount of effort that's going into these various scenarios. And then you can see the relative ranking from an efficiency perspective for each of these industries. The key takeaway here is to double down on what's working really well and to redirect away from what's not performing well or do a root cause analysis to understand why some industries are performing much worse than others. We also recommend looking at your performance relative to the primary competitor, the incumbent, the order size groupings, the funding stage. There's a lot of variables that go into what makes the ideal customer profile in terms of both productivity and efficiency. Another capability of the platform are the heat maps. And heat maps enable you to look at multiple variables at the same time. So as an example here, what we often find is that the ideal characteristics for the Americas might be very different than what's optimized for EMEA or APAC. And this is a quick way to analyze by region, by country, by state, where you're seeing either better or worse unit economics. Another key capability we'll touch on briefly here is the by time period. And what we're doing here is looking for trends over time relative to whatever variable is selected. So in this example, you'll be able to see, are there outliers? Are there certain industries that are performing better or worse? And again, this could be done at the rep level, the manager level, relative to industry or company growth rate or many other variables to really hone in on what's optimized. Part of our service is providing the platform so that our customers can come in and do their own what if scenarios and analytics. And then we also provide an exec summary once a month to summarize what we see in our recommendations, as well as benchmarking that to what we see with our other clients. If you'd like to see more, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you.